Hello everyone, welcome to JL's Story Hour, where we read great stories for kids. Please don't forget to like and comment. It helps us to provide more interesting stories. Please subscribe so you can get notifications when new videos come out. Let's get to the story.
Braver Together, a story by JL Gagarin. Chapter 1. The Light Goes Out. In the heart of Willowmere Woods, winter was never something to fear. Each year, as the cold crept in and snow covered the treetops, the animals gathered under the great oak tree for the Winterlight Festival. They sang songs, danced, and shared warm food under the soft golden light of the firefly lantern. It wasn't just pretty, it was magical. The lantern kept Willowmere warm when other forests froze. It lit the snowy paths and made even the darkest days feel safe. But this year, something was wrong. When the animals came to get ready for the festival, the lantern was missing. The hook where it usually hung moved gently in the wind, empty. The golden light that kept the trees warm was gone. Gasps and worried whispers spread through the crowd. Who took it? Why? How? Then Elder Pine, the wise old tortoise, slowly stepped forward. His shell was old and his voice was deep and calm. "I saw it," he said, "a flash of wings in the morning sky, black as soot. It was Corvus, the young crow." Everyone went quiet. "He flew toward Shadow Hollow," Elder Pine added, "and that place is full of trouble." Many animals murmured in fear. Shadow Hollow had twisted trees and strange winds. No one liked going near it, especially not someone like Finn. Finn was a young fox with soft paws and a soft heart. He liked looking at stars, listening to old stories, and curling up in quiet places. He was not known for being brave. As the crowd talked and worried, he stayed low in the grass, hoping not to be seen. Then, with a rush of feathers, someone landed beside him. "I'm going to get it back," said Luna, a small barn owl with bright eyes. "And I think you should come with me." Finn blinked. "Me? Why not?" she said. "You're smart, careful, calm, and brave in your own way." Finn shook his head. "I'm not brave like you." Luna smiled. "Bravery is trusting someone to stand beside you. I trust you." She looked at the dark trees ahead. "When I was little, back in Whisperwood, I used to be scared of everything. My brother helped me face my fears. I wasn't alone, and you won't be either." Finn looked up at the fading light. The lantern was out there. The cold was coming. "All right," he said quietly. "I'll try." Together they turned toward the woods, where long shadows stretched, and the first stars started to shine. And they stepped into the dark. Chapter 2. The Path Through Shadows. Luna led the way, her wings gliding smoothly through the cold night air. Finn followed close behind, his small paws crunching softly in the snow. The trees were tall and still, and everything felt quiet, too quiet. "Stay close," Luna called gently. "This path can be tricky, but I can see from above. I'll guide you." Finn looked around. Mist curled between the trees, shadows shifted, and strange whispers floated through the fog. He felt his tail twitch. "Just listen to my voice," Luna said, "one step at a time." He nodded, even though his legs felt wobbly. He kept his eyes on Luna as she flew just ahead, calling out where to turn. Slowly, he made it through the misty trail. "You did it," Luna said as she landed beside him. "See, you're braver than you think." They walked on until they reached a rushing stream. The water was cold and fast. A broken log lay across it, slippery with frost. Luna flew across in a few flaps of her wings and landed safely on the other side. Finn stared at the gap. His paws froze. "I don't think I can make it." "You can," said Luna. "I know it's scary, but remember, bravery is trusting someone to stand beside you, and I'm right here." Finn took a deep breath. He stepped back, then ran forward and leapt. His paws slipped as he landed, and he tumbled into the snow, but he was across. "I did it!" he gasped, laughing a little. "You did," Luna smiled. "I'm proud of you." As night grew deeper, they came to a tangle of thorny bushes, the bramble thicket. They crawled low through a narrow path, but then they heard growling and heavy steps nearby. "A foxhound," Luna whispered. They dropped into the brambles and stayed very still. The dog's nose sniffed nearby, but Finn wrapped his tail over Luna to hide her better. His heart raced, but he stayed quiet until the danger passed. When it was safe, Luna looked at him with wide eyes. That was quick thinking. Finn just nodded, still catching his breath. Later, as they rested under a tree, Luna looked up at the stars. "You know, I used to get scared too. Back when I lived in Whisperwood, my brother helped me face my fears." She turned to Finn and repeated gently, "Bravery is trusting someone to stand beside you." Finn looked at her and gave a small, tired smile. The wind was colder now, and the trees grew stranger. Up ahead, they saw a crooked tree with something glowing in its branches. "The lantern," Luna whispered. "We found it." And there, in the shadows, a dark shape moved. A young crow with shiny feathers stared down at them. "Corvus," Finn said softly. The crow tilted his head and cawed. "You really came all this way? Let's see what you're made of." Chapter 3: Light in the Heart. Corvus sat high in the crooked tree, his feathers shining black against the dim light of the firefly lantern. The lantern hung behind him, its golden glow flickering weakly, like it was tired from being away too long. "You really came all this way?" Corvus cawed. "A fox and an owl! What can you do?" Finn stepped forward. His legs felt shaky, but he didn't turn back. "We came for the lantern," he said. "Willowmere needs it, and we need each other." Corvus tilted his head. "Why should I give it back? No one ever notices me. No one invites me to the festival. I thought, if I had the lantern, maybe I'd matter." Finn blinked. He looked up at Corvus, not with anger, but with understanding. "You're not alone. We came to find the lantern, but we found you too." Luna flew up and landed beside the crow. "You don't have to hide to be seen, Corvus. Come with us. Be part of it." Corvus looked at the lantern, then at the forest below. "You really mean that?" Finn nodded. "We're stronger together." There was a long pause. Then Corvus reached back, took the lantern in his beak, and gently placed it in Luna's claws. "Okay," he said, "let's go home." The three of them made their way back through the snow, the lantern glowing bright once more. Luna flew above, Corvus gliding beside her, while Finn trotted below through the trees. When they reached the great oak tree, cheers filled the air. The animals danced, laughed, and called out their names. The Winterlight Festival began at last. The snow still fell, soft and white, but it felt warm somehow, because the lantern was back and because new friendships had formed. Corvus stood beside Finn and Luna, blinking in surprise as others welcomed him. Think they'll remember me now?" he asked softly. Finn smiled. "Of course, you're our friend." Luna looked at the glowing lantern and then at Finn. "You were brave, you know." "I didn't feel brave," Finn said. "You don't have to feel brave to be brave," she said. "You walked forward even when you were scared. That's real bravery." Finn looked around at the lights, the snow and his friends, and for the first time he felt a light inside his own heart, steady, quiet, and warm. The end. Thank you for listening to this story. Please subscribe to get notifications when new stories come out.